This is 5-Minute Feng Shui, episode 67, Your Front Pathway of Wealth. Welcome to the 5-Minute Feng Shui podcast, where each week I talk about how to move energy and make money. You'll learn how to create a prosperous home and an abundant life using classical Chinese Feng Shui. I'm your host, Katie Weber, publisher of the Red Lotus Letter, Feng Shui Easing for Wealth. Each week, I'll cover Feng Shui topics that can help you improve your life, share inspiring stories, and always end with 3 easy-to-implement Feng Shui tips that you can put to work right away, and usually in about 5 minutes. Now let's get started on the 5 minutes that could change your life. Hello, it's Katie here. I hope you're having a great week. What an amazing thing. I am looking at this episode is number 67. I can't believe it's already so many weeks have gone by that I first started this podcast. It's been a lot of fun. I hope you enjoy listening to it. If you do, send me an email. I love to hear from you. I have so many people on my my private Facebook page, and if you buy my 2020 Year of the Rat Feng Shui Forecast Success Pack, if there's a gold level membership, and it comes with a membership to a private Facebook page where we can interact and talk with one another, and I can answer your Feng Shui questions, and we have a lot of fun. It's really great because I like to hear comments about the podcast. It's a lot of fun, and we have a great group, really supportive, loving, lots of fun, and we share a lot of Feng Shui tidbits and secrets and tips, and be there for each other, support one another, and we just have a great Feng Shui time. Today I introduced a new Thursday activity, which is Throw Out Thursday, which means every Thursday I'm challenging my Facebook group participants to throw something out. And today I threw out a sack full of new clothes. Actually, I didn't throw them out. I'm sitting them in to ThredUp. They give you a free bag, and you can mail it in, and they'll take your clothes and put them online and sell them for you and give you a little cash. I mean, how can you not love that? It's a great deal. I have new clothes that had been sitting in my closet I never wore and I wasn't going to wear. So this is one of those ways that you can help energy to move in your life, is by paring down. So we were doing that today in the group, and it was fun. I saw people putting posts up for everything from old mattress toppers that have gotten kind of cruddy. That was Mona. She was putting her mattress topper in there, and I thought that was absolutely awesome. One woman, Tina, mentioned how she threw away 2 jars that had 2 pickles each, and she just wasn't going to have those itty bitties in there. And that's what I call those, that kind of energy. It's just like, like that shampoo bottle that you kind of almost ignore in the shower. It's just got like a little, like a tablespoon left of shampoo in it, but you don't use it, but you don't throw the bottle out either. You know what I mean? This is a perfect activity for throw away or throw out Thursday. Instead of throwback Thursday, we have throw out Thursdays. Another one of the group members, Helena, was showing some decorative items that she was throwing out of her beautiful home, and someone is going to be really happy with those donations. And see, that's the point, isn't it, with something like a day like that, where you just take things and pitch them, whether you donate them or just they go in the trash, whatever it is, you recycle them. It's a great way to clear energy of what you don't want in your life to open up energy for what you do. So with that, let's start talking about your front pathway of wealth. Now, there's a lot of emphasis and thought and energy about the front door in Feng Shui. It's a really important, and it's a key area of your home in Feng Shui. The size, the direction, the color, and the condition of the door all influence the occupants of the house or the business, and how successful or unsuccessful they are. But what delivers you to that front door? It's your home's sidewalk or garden path. When that pathway is missing or afflicted, so is the quality and type of energy from your home. So that's why you want your door to be auspicious looking. You want your pathway or your sidewalk up to your front door to be auspicious looking. The pathway is another way of looking at water. Because water brings opportunities and income to us in Feng Shui. This is the type of energy, that flowing energy, right? Because we want money to be flowing like water, right? And roads and pathways in front of our home are considered water pathways. So when water is running smoothly and easily, this promotes the wealth and the health of the home and its occupants. And this is what makes curb appeal such an important part of building your home's feng shui and also the quality of life that you lead. So the appearance of your front door and the front walkway instantly set a tone for the kind of energy that you have in the house and the type and quality of opportunities and income you experience. It's what makes the type of walkway you have coming from the front of the house such an important part of creating the kind of feng shui that creates the kind of life you enjoy the most. So let's talk about the sidewalk and pathway points and ways to improve them and improve your home's qi and your wealth. The first one we want to talk about is called the poison arrow path. Now, this is one of the most common problems with a front sidewalk. The sidewalk is usually at the street and will run straight to the front door. This type of sidewalk can cause rushing qi and is often described as a poison arrow. That's because it looks straight as an arrow, right? I know you've seen those houses that have you park on the curb and you can see the sidewalk go straight to the door. Now, when it's looked at as a waterway, this is the type of path that's akin to a fire hose. In other words, it delivers so much water and so quickly it can be destructive. And if you've ever done any kind of water pressure, worked with a water pressure hose and you're cleaning sidewalks, if you get anything on painted, it'll just take the paint right off. Rushing water can create rushing energy, and a poison arrow path delivers that energy too quickly, and it can cause problems with the sector it's associated with. In addition to creating like hostility that's aimed at you, if this is your kind of house, so you might find that you're under fire, people are coming at you or something, or there's problems that you have to face frequently. This is compounded further if you can see from the front door out the back door. This really can cause serious accidents, serious health and financial difficulties, even bankruptcy, even broken bones and serious accidents. Now, this is actually something that happened with my own husband. We were renting a house that had a sidewalk that was straight, and then you open the front door and you could see straight out the house. And this was a vacation rental in Hawaii, and I bet it wasn't about 28 hours after we had gotten there, he was on the beach and ended up breaking his leg. He shattered his leg, as a matter of fact. And this was in the sector of the east. The front door was in the east, which is the sector of the foot and leg. Anyhow, he lost his footing in a sand pocket, and he ended up shattering his leg. So it was I know is a very drastic example, but it is something that can happen. So if you have a south-facing house and you've got one of those poison arrow paths, this could create eye damage. It could create heart attacks, things like that. So you really, really want to take that straight rushing energy kind of seriously. So let's talk about how you correct that, right? So we want to do things to soften that sidewalk, and like plantings. You can create, you can take out the center section of the sidewalk and add a circular area, or create circular beds. You could create a little sidewalk that goes out on a circle, like on a path, and then put like an urn or a pot of flowers or something in the center. You can come up with some ideas that will look attractive and that will add to your curb appeal. We don't want to put something there that looks goofy, because then that would take away from your curb appeal. But you can run planting beds alongside, and maybe have some stones or something. But what I would do is try to break up that straight shot, and by making some kind of sidewalk that is in the middle that interrupts it, maybe a bed, a planting bed or something like that would be helpful. That you have to go around. Maybe you have a water fountain there. Let's talk about the starving house. Now, this is a house that's starved for money and income. Now, many times this is something that we see with pathways or sidewalks in that or homes that are older, that they maybe have a partial sidewalk. They just go just from the curb, but then they stop, or there's absolutely no sidewalk, or there's no path that goes to the front door. And when there's no waterway, that home is starved or dying of thirst. That pathway is your waterway of income. So many times we'll find people that you see houses, older houses that are like that, and you see them just deteriorate. If the house is really old, this might have been fine years ago when the house was built, but each year as the house ages, anyone who lives in the house will see their finances diminish as well as health problems growing. Now, how do you correct that? You've got to add a new front sidewalk. And the more permanent the sidewalk is, like a poured concrete, the better it is as a type of walkway, because it will help bring more water chi to the front door more quickly. And that will mean that your house won't be starving anymore for energy, that water flow. Remember, we've got to create that. Now, you can do I've seen a lot of houses recently that they're doing these pathways where they have like crushed stone or crushed granite, and then they have big flagstone pavers. And I will tell you that while that might look nice architecturally, it's not good feng shui. And the reason why is you want a solid, unbroken, smooth path from the street or your driveway to your front door. This creates the smooth and flowing energy. So if you would imagine the difference between a smooth sidewalk will conduct water more than a broken sidewalk made of discrete and independent pavers, right? So if you were to put water on those pavers, they would just go off the sides and into the gravel or something like that. So while those look really pretty and they're very contemporary looking and all that good stuff, it's not good if you want to have more money and you want to add more income opportunities. Now let's talk about the afflicted house pathway. Now this house may have a walkway that is too small. It might be old. It could be cracked or crumbling or lifted from tree roots or something like that. And that means that the quality of the energy that's going to the house and the opportunity and money is deteriorating too. Whenever a sidewalk is cracked or crumbling or broken or shifts, it disrupts its ability to deliver water, energy, or chi to the front door, cutting off income and opportunity and making the quality of the opportunity and income decline steadily over time. So we want to make sure that the walkway to our front door is in good condition and that it delivers chi to our door smoothly and auspiciously. I think anyone listening to this would agree with me that when you walk up to a home and you walk on a really nice pathway to the front door, there is a special feeling about that. And when you see a home, when you drive through your neighborhood and you see homes with, pretty winding pathways and pretty sidewalks with plantings and flowers, it just is appealing. And that brings that beauty that it has. Beauty brings money. So when you have a beautiful home or a beautiful sidewalk and beautiful curb appeal to your home, even if you have a simple house, if you have beautiful curb appeal and it's neat and tidy and it's flowing and it looks pretty, it's amazing what that can do for your life and for your home. All right, well, we are here at the end of this episode. As always, here are my 3 tips. Always try to make your walkways auspicious looking and attractive with plants and other landscaping elements. Tip number 2, do what you can to create smooth, winding, and curving solid pathways. These deliver the most beneficial chi and they deliver chi the most regularly. Those broken paths are not a good idea. Another great tip, number 3, is to add lighting to pathways. This encourages more yang energy to enter your home. It's more auspicious. Lighting is always auspicious. So if you want to add more energy to your home, especially if you have one of those houses where you have a sidewalk that goes around to the side of the house and you have a side entry to your home. This is really key that you do plantings that go along that sidewalk and that you add lighting that says, hey, chi, come this way to the front door. And that means, hey, money, come this way. All right, there you go. There are my suggestions for your pathway to wealth. Make sure that your front door is a conduit for accepting money, income, and opportunity, as well as great energy in your life. Have a terrific week. Thank you so much for being on 5 Minute Feng Shui and listening. It was great talking to you. Thanks for listening to 5 Minute Feng Shui today. The Year of the Rat is coming, and I want to share with you where you can find money, love, and opportunity in 2020. And it's all in my annual Feng Shui Forecast, the Success Pack. You get a full year of in-depth Feng Shui details about how to use the energy of the year for success and prosperity. That's because every year we're showered with a Roman candle of opportunities for money, abundance, love, and opportunity. You just have to know where they are. And my Year of the Rat Feng Shui Success Pack includes all the details for every house and every zodiac sign. You also get this year's lucky clothing, handbag, and wallet colors. So be sure to go to redlotusletter.com/rat for all the details on the Year of the Rat and how to make this year the year of your dreams.